Me, Mom, I want peace. We've got peace at home, honey. Meanwhile, the peace at home. For a millisecond, I actually thought this was Putin and the Ukraine leader. These two look just like them. American hospitals, when a patient without a family dies and they have nobody to take $50,000 from. They out here thinking they're never gonna financially recover from this. I'm sure they'll just raise their prices for everyone else to make up for it though. Kazakhstan according to Western people's stereotypes and movies. Versus Kazakhstan in reality. It literally looks like a futuristic utopia. Well, they have had like 15 years since Borat was released. Maybe they saw the movie and were like, we have to modernize. Russia, invading Ukraine will be a piece of cake. Also Russia, moving in like, oh, yeah, it looks like pretty much everything is just falling apart. Me showing YouTube that they have a website called YouTube Kids after they punish YouTubers for unkid-friendly content. Like right now, when you get a video demonetized, it just completely kills the entire video. Like no one watches it anymore. YouTube's algorithm doesn't push it out. It's been like 2 years since they said that, and it's still the exact same. These memes will literally never go away. Europe, according to Americans. Maybe there will be at least one unique thing this time. Vikings, yes. More Vikings. St. Patty's Day, no food. The Loch Ness Monster in Scotland. Surrender, neutral, Mexico, Brazil, pizza, white basketball. Okay, that's a unique one. Thanksgiving, cause turkey. Georgia, the state? What the hell is even that? I'm gonna give this one like a 6 out of 10, I guess. But can we just retire these memes already? That's literally my only goal with this channel here. Just to teach enough Americans about Europe so we can get rid of this meme forever. I don't think that's gonna happen though. Italy's Forrest Gump. Man argues with wife and walks 450 kilometers just to cool off. Looked like for a second there he was just trying to beeline to San Marino. He was so angry he just had to go to the oldest republic in the world. He really thought this was Camp Crystal Lake. Is that... Yep, there he is. Freddy. This man's probably not gonna make it. And by this man, I actually mean Freddy himself, because both are horrifying monsters, but yet they are not the same. The Roman soldier entering Jesus' tomb and realizing he got up and left. That must have been a pretty wild experience. Drake, what? Where's the body of Christ? I miss these memes. Me, I got front row tickets to the public execution. The boys during the 1800s. Oh man, I've never been in the splash zone before. What a way to start your weekend. When your brother helps you beat the boss, but then continues to play the game instead of handing it back to you. That's always the double-edged sword, asking your brother to beat the boss. He's now legally allowed to beat the whole game. When your son who you abandoned 21 years ago says that you ruined his life even though you weren't there. Couldn't have been me. Why don't you blame all the people that didn't abandon you? To be honest, I forgot you even existed. So it says here you are a man. Yes. Okay, you're hired. But what if I don't want to join? Oh yes, you do. That's pretty much how things go in the Finnish Defense Forces, or pretty much any country with mandatory military enrollment. I'm trying to think what countries have that. Israel, Switzerland, Korea. There's probably a ton that I'm leaving off the list. Well, like in the US, you just have to like register, but in other countries, you have to actually serve for like 2 years or something. Oh, there's actually a ton of places. I didn't know about Brazil. But yeah, Switzerland, South Korea, oh, North Korea as well. Whoa, it says they have to serve for 8 years, the males do, and then 5 years for females. That's gotta be like longest in the world, right? A lot of these other countries around the world is anywhere between like 12 months and 24 months. British people, when they come home and don't have to do the accent anymore. What a long day of just doing a little bit of trolling. They've been keeping up this prank for like centuries now. Everyone's still talking about this. I've covered it a couple times in videos in the past. Most searched countries in the last 30 days, except their own. So everyone's either Googling Ukraine or Russia, at least mostly. But there is one place I kind of forgot to comment on. Ireland out here, never letting their guard down. Wait a second, is it just me, or does this country look a little sussy when you turn your head, making it a Among Us reference, because we need more of those. The greatest boss of them all, Arizona iced tea, looking down at inflation. It's like the one thing I can think of that's keeping its prices the same right now. I know for a fact it used to be $3 to get 3 bean burritos at Taco Bell. Now it's close to $6, and I am disgusted. Person that disagrees with me spotted! Army of 14-year-olds, go! This is literally Twitter summarized, and it's scary how many people still don't realize this yet. The Bronx, perfectly summarized. You might think this is just a video game, but no, this is real life. The Romans, where the heck is the body of Christ? Jesus, 10 minutes ago. And man, did they miss a show. And they thought they had to have the Coliseum to watch some entertaining stuff like this. My lawyer, after upgrading my parking ticket to an oof sentence. I'm so sorry. Now give me $200. Will Smith looking at Oscar security tapes to find out who laughed at the joke. Imagine he's just like straight up in Batman mode right now, doing detective work, and then every night he puts on a suit to sneak into people's houses and slap them. When you tell your girl that she's overreacting and should calm down. Okay, that's just step number one. If you're making that mistake, you got way bigger problems. It's like rule number 1, don't do that. My character while I'm changing settings mid-game. What is... Oh, he's just holding on. Oh, I guess so. I'm more impressed just by this footage. He's so calm. That's probably the way to go. Why expend any energy like He's channeling this strength with his soul. Someone bullies you at school. Mom, tell the teacher. Dad, defend yourself. Grandpa, cut off their limbs. Back in my day, I cut off like 16 arms. It was the only reason why I was prepared to go to NAM. My brain doing math in school and college versus my brain doing math calculating the optimal way to spend my in-game resources. I think this goes to show you that there's just a big problem with the education system. I think they try to make it like hip for the kids, but they've been doing the same thing for like 50 years. If you had 3 apples and you take away the class clown leaving school. I can confirm this was literally me. Just completely dead inside around my parents. Most predators, meanwhile, spiders. They literally have to wrap their food like a Christmas gift and then slowly drink it. You think this is what Peter Parker did when he defeated the Green Goblin? Zebra sees that the cameraman who filmed the lions start filming him. I wonder if the animals do kind of somewhat catch on to that stuff. Like, not to like an insane, intelligent level, but they might be able to associate like, hey, whenever this guy's pointing that camera at me, I'm always about to get attacked. When you have yet to master the controls of the new game. Well, yeah, the first thing you have to do is jump off a cliff. Gotta see if there's fall damage. When you don't want to socialize with your visiting relatives, but your parents have bought treats. That's always the most fun game, trying to like go spy mode, have no one see you as you tiptoe your way into the kitchen. Me suddenly gaining consciousness at the age of 3. Why is it always 3? I remember gaining consciousness, I think on my 3rd birthday, I was like going around in this little car at a Chuck E. Cheese, and I was just ramming into people's legs. Gotham police when I told them the Joker isn't bulletproof. You'd think the first time he tried to blow the whole city up, that would be their first plan of action. It would save Batman some trouble since he can't do it. I am a grown man. I'm a big adult. I can do this. 20 years later, he finally got his acorn. I didn't even know that Blue Sky's studio was getting like bought out or something. This is actually so depressing. It is beautiful though. I never thought I'd live long enough to see this day. Scratch from Ice Age finally getting his nut. Meanwhile, everyone. Where was this posted? How did I miss this whole thing? Wow there, little birdie. Looking pretty good. It ain't much, but it's a nest. Impressive display. Bartenders when they see someone named Bart. Oh, I'm sorry. That's actually Bart Enders. It's about time we get rid of these people. Me flirts with a girl. Girl flirts back. I honestly didn't think I was gonna get this far. It's like when you only studied chapter 1 really hard, but then realize the test is on all 12 chapters, and now your brain's gonna short circuit. Someone, wildlife documentaries are so boring. Also, wildlife documentaries. I've seen this footage before. It's crazy, like, they caught this on camera. How often does stuff like this happen and no one lives to see it? Well, no one lives to see it. Maybe, you know what I mean? How many great moments are we missing out there? POV, you said something people didn't like on Twitter. This is what I'm talking about. The army of 14-year-olds just said, go. Me telling mom about the new masterpiece that I just drew. Mom seeing all the crown scribbles on the wall. If mom isn't invested enough to put your artwork on the wall, she ain't your mom. She better support you 100%. Justice League members eating sushi to celebrate another victory. Aquaman, who knew most of those fish. This is also going to be Batman next week when they eat bat soup. Battlefield 2042 gameplay be like, hey, this actually makes it look kind of appealing, and I know it's not really that appealing of a game, is it? What my dog sees when I'm trying to pet it. Sometimes I wonder when it comes to the pet dynamic, like, are we the baddies? What if we just scare the crap out of them all the time? When I tell my mom to clean her room, I am above the law. That's what she gets for making me wash my Mona Lisa scribbles off the wall. Subtitles, boo! Deaf people. Takes them a second, but yeah, they're getting the hang of it. They should make subtitle jump scares, like just really big, bold letters. Girls only cry over basic trash. Boys only cry over stupid stuff. Meanwhile, both of us crying over the acorn. It's the one thing that unites us all. Oh, it's Disney that's actually closing them down. It hurts even more. The person that I crashed into showing me the baby on board sticker on his car. Oh, why did I do that? I'm sorry, my bad. If I would have read that, I wouldn't have done it. When I opened the sugar pot and interrupt the aunt's dinner. Too bad for them, because I'm about to massacre this entire family. I don't need the sugar anymore. I just want vengeance. The TED Talk audience when Ted himself finally shows up, and he better show up just like in WWE with like his theme music blaring. It is like a long walk down the ramp, getting ready to bust his finisher on whoever's speaking. When guests come to your house and your mom pulls out snacks you've never seen before. Now she's holding out on us. This is the thanks I get for making you clean your room. In the UK, it's birth control pill. In France, it's pill contraceptive. In Spain, it's pill for anti-contraceptive, whatever. And then Germany, well, you gotta give him a little bit of credit. At least it's straight to the point. Yeah, give me that anti-baby stuff. When your custom character is in a cutscene. And apparently this is someplace in Slovakia? Would have never guessed Slovakia. And does this country not have the graphical ability to load all of the characters at once? What's going on with this guy? How the prisoners in Norway look at the living conditions of working class Americans. They're literally living like kings over there, right? Wait, is it Norway that has like no fences on their jail? I thought that was Finland. This country is known for having some of the best prisons in the world. Only 20% of inmates re-offend within 5 years. I need to commit some crimes in Norway. You lost your flagship during a land war to a country without a navy. Are you serious, Russia? I mean, I know the memes are one thing, but it's getting a little ridiculous. Me, after giving the homeless man outside of Walmart my $10 Steam gift card. You're welcome, just thank me later. And big thanks to Drew's sexy girlfriend,
young wife,
I stole Drew's pet dog, Argentinian grandpa,
AryanAfterHours,
aPhatNarwhal,
Alex Whitley is Mega
Barnsky
Bring
W,
back
Canadian
Polandball,
Union,
Fat
Gaming
Nuts,
Candy Cane, 7889,
LuxembourgLover,
Majestic Unicorn,
Max Cooper,
Mimoshiki,
Nora the Bold
Ortin,
Free Smiling Lovers,
Philipp RF,
Robert
RyeThePie,
the
the Mexican 760. And why am I doing this?